We live in a world today where everybody wears a mask, where everybody has hidden agendas, hidden daggers, hidden swords, hidden weapons ornaments, and hidden types of booby traps to try to set you in. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them. If somebody shows you that they're a thief, believe them. If somebody shows you that they're a murderer, believe them. If someone shows you that they're a liar, believe them. We live in a world that's fascinated with fakeness. And it's an odd curiosity. You hear it in the music. I hear some of these rappers, man, like I listened to some underground rappers the other day, and some of these guys are extremely talented. It's raw, it's authentic, it appeals to the soul. Yeah, they may be talking about catching ops and letting that Glock pop, but I mean, it's raw. I'd rather listen to that than listen to some studio corporate crap where they have 3 writers and seven different ways to split the split sheets, and the producer doesn't get paid, the artist barely gets paid. 8 months later, the label's the first one to get paid because you know how the J's are, and it's not right. But be very careful, because I was talking to somebody, pretty much this is what inspired this video. Was like, someone was telling me that there was somebody who they were pretty much close with, and he let him borrow his car or whatever. And this person, they had a drinking problem, you know what I mean? But long story short, he crashed the car. This person let him, and at first he wasn't going to let him borrow it because he knows about that. But he's like, oh man, I got a place I got to go to, whatever. And he's like, damn, like, I trusted you with that, I trusted that you would go to the place, do what you got to do, and come back without crashing the car. And he said it taught him a valuable lesson. Like, you have to know people, not by what people say, by their actions. Somebody can say they love you, but stab you in the back at the same time. Or somebody could pee on you and say it's raining. And I know that's piss. I can fucking smell it and taste it. That's piss. No, it's not. It's rain. It's a very interesting world, but actions speak louder than words. When somebody hates you and they show you time and time again that they just don't like you, it doesn't matter what they say. You know what I mean? And it took me a while to learn this, man. I used to be one of those friends that when I have something, like, all my friends benefit, like a long time ago, when I used to get paid or whatever, it'd be a payday for my friends as well, because we all get cush, and we like, I remember one time the homie needed a controller so we could play online. I bought him a controller, went to GameStop real quick and got him a controller, shit like that. People didn't have no places to really stay at. I'm like, hey man, come to my garage, nobody tripping, just be in the back and be cool, And you notice that, like, a lot of people are like vipers and shadow snipers. It sucks, man, because when you're a genuine person or want to be genuine, want to be authentic, you don't want to bother nobody, you want to stay out your way and build what you want to build, but you have people who are just demonic. One thing, like, I always love those commanders that commanded from the front. Those ancient commanders like Alexander the Great or somebody like that, where they'll go on the battlefield and they'll be the first one leading the army, leading their troops and going into battle and things of that nature. In some battles, they're in the back, or they're fighting or doing, doing commander shit, Because once the commander goes, and basically the army can go, if it's not coordinated and disciplined like a Roman army or something, but you know what I mean. So learn discernment of spirits. Learn discernment of people's intentions, actions, words, validations, everything. And when you've been nothing but a good person in this world, pretty much, well, what I mean good person, you're not out there, like the YNs, you know what I mean, tearing up the streets and, going to prison and going through all this shit, but you feel like you're in prison already. You're in a different type of prison. You're in a psychological warfare, a psychological battlefield. Every day there's something trying to mess with you on purpose. They know exactly what they're doing. Then they play dumb when you question them about it. Like, is that real strength and determination and innovation? I can't wait till I have a place of respite where I can create and actually innovate and get a new computer and all that and actually make way better videos and actually go in expect in the future to see some shit like Rehab Room, with my flair. The bot videos may come back, because I know if I make a bot video now, I'll probably get 1,000 subscribers in a night. For real. I'm just not in the mood for that, Like, I'm kind of just, not in the mood for it. But you got to realize, man, that we live in a sick, cynical world where you have powers that like to oppress. You have people that are multimillionaires, billionaires, trillionaires, whatever you want to call it, that keep all the wealth and hoard all the resources like a dragon hoarding the gold in the cave, You got to use special tactics and tricks to try to get some gold for yourself. And I just don't like, you see, I also like where I see the world's headed. When I see the youth are not being understood. No one cares about the youngsters, the guys in their 20s and early 30s and shit like that, or even the guys that are in their teenagers. Like, it's like a dog-eat-dog world, You're going to get ahead in this life based on who you know, point blank period, I was talking to somebody else that told me they got this, they got a little location somewhere, and they got a little spot, doing little things and certain things like that. Yeah, I'm being vague on purpose. And basically, they were just telling me, damn, bro, you were just in the state, bro. I'm like, shit, you know what I mean? Like, how much of the ticket or whatever, you know what I mean? Because I was thinking about it, like, fuck it, why not, But it's in a certain place that, let's just say that a lot of ninjas, probably shouldn't be at, you know what I mean? Like, it's only, really, that's the only thing. Because, like, it's like one of them places where you find a ninja, hanging from a tree and everybody else act like, we don't know what happened. You know what I mean? You go up to the sheriff, hey, Sheriff Dodson, you know what happened to that ninja over there? I don't know. He was seeing with some Becky the other night, but, you know how that goes around here. Wink, 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 nod, 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 Those are the most vilest, individuals, where it's always some underlining thing. Like, every interaction is some type of, somebody's like, oh yeah, it's fine in this town. Then the next thing you know, you look and the carload of people are gone, and they're there in turns to a Hills Have Eyes situation. They're chained up and holed up somewhere in the basement with the Texas Chainsaw guy because you trusted and believed in this person. In this world, man, you're just gonna have yourself. Nobody gives a damn about you if you can't offer them anything in return. Everything is transactional. The only one that probably love you unconditionally, is like your parents, and then people have problems with their parents, right? So in this world, man, you're going to find out when you get older that it's going to be cold. People are going to see you in a down bad position or a certain position, and they'll try to stomp you out, try to destroy you, thinking that they're like, hey, I'm getting my revenge on this person. I hate this person. It's like, and you're sitting there thinking about how to make another beat, or you know what I mean, or thinking about how to write this song, or how to make another video. You're not even thinking about this, You're thinking about, okay, how can I, oh yeah, I can do that. I can get, okay. You're thinking about something else. Oh yeah, that one class. Oh yeah, I'm going to learn how to code here. And then all the while you got somebody who hates you and they're plotting against you. And this can be anybody. Like, look what happened to me. Random people online who I don't know decided to listen to my video. I'm just a guy that was just like poetically pouring his heart out. I tried to rap and nobody listened, and I started talking. Now everybody listens, And then they have people listen to your videos and then try to attack you in real life. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Isn't that weird? To go from somebody who's just that no one even batted an eye to just talking on the internet, building up a fan base, getting hundreds and thousands of hundreds and thousands of views, thousands and thousands of subscribers. Then to have it taken from you. Then they get doxxed, and then put into a situation where you're pretty much homeless, and you're just couch surfing, try to make videos in between this, that, and the third, But I believe, man, because plenty of people told me, like, bro, if you just met like the right producer who's like getting money in a good position, they're like, hey, bro, just come over here, bro, make melodies all day. I guarantee you can get a placement and start earning from that. I'm like, yeah, that comes with knowing somebody like a Nick Mara, knowing somebody like a Taz Taylor, knowing somebody like a Josh Petruccio, knowing somebody like the Beat Demons, knowing somebody like K Beezy, knowing somebody like Southside, knowing somebody like Bricks the Main, knowing the right people can help exponentially, tremendously. But yeah, man. So yeah, don't let this life knock you down, man. We're gonna face a lot of battles and a lot of things, but we'll get out of it on top, and we'll still survive, man. We gotta have this heart. I mean, you guys can't. No one can ever call me weak. you know, how many people would still be making videos and grinding them out and doing what I'm doing? Like, what, 100 videos in a month? Almost 600 subscribers, something like that. YouTube fluctuates, You know how YouTube is. Certain channels they don't want to get, you get this many views or you get this many, they take away subscribe, take away views. People, I wasn't notified. I didn't know you had a channel. Blah, blah. It's like they're playing that same shit. They did that when my channel started to pop, a year and a half ago or a year ago. Yeah, a year and a half now. But yeah, man, forget all that. But yeah, man, I want you guys stay focused on your dreams. Notice that if you don't have haters, then you're not doing anything. Think about it. If you were really doing nothing and no one cared, no one would be watching your videos, trying to do little things towards you. It's like this. It sucks when you have somebody who has something against you, but they just won't come out and say it. You know, and it's like, bro, why do you hold that? Why do people harbor hate in their hearts like that? And in their mind, they're right. In their mind, in their twisted, psychotic mind, they're right. You go out there and you see a black guy with a white girl or something. You can have people that just see that and be like, oh man, fuck him, I'll try to attack you. You're like, damn, hey bro, we just went to a college class together and liked each other. We just vibe with each other. She was pretty. She liked me. I liked her personality. Hell, she was like the only one that liked the nerdy type nigga, maybe like Dungeons and Dragons or some shit. Maybe like talking about Command and Conquer. Maybe like talking about, old retro video games or whatever. And she likes that. You guys are just two kindred spirits that vibe with each other. The skin color configuration didn't matter, and it shouldn't matter. We live in a world too that worships looks better than soul. I think your soul should be more important than looks. You should always hold that aspect of your soul that's real, that's raw and authentic. But remember, when you tell the truth, people will hate you. And when you speak from the heart and you don't censor yourself, people will despise you. But if you tell lies and try to play these little fake games, people will love you. And that's the problem, is that the masses don't care about knowledge. The masses love lies and deception. Otherwise, they wouldn't support lies and deception. After seeing all these scandals from different presidents, you have to know that these people there's no way in hell that there's not a hidden power behind that really controlling things from the scenes. Do you think they'll let one person control nuclear missiles or classified technology, 0-point energy weapons that can wipe off entire cities, planets, and change the global dynamics of the world forever, for perpetuity? Stay strong, soldiers, man. I believe in each one of you, man. I thank you guys for tuning in, listening to my little talks here and there. I make these videos for you guys, give y'all some strength, So yeah. Oh yeah, and that one person who emailed me, I got your email. I just haven't been able to really sit down and make a melody that I think will match your drums or whatever. But if you can send me like a melody that that you think is kind of like the vibe, or if not, I'll just create one from scratch or whatever, and I'll send it back to you, man. But yeah, it's cool. Like people working through music and shit like that. That's what I'm talking about. Just try to help each other out, try to do good things, man. But even then, even when you try to do good things, there's always something sinister, cynical, and sick watching from the shadows, waiting to bite you like a vampire, But yeah, that's enough me talking, man. You guys have a good day, man. Peace.